Well, the Friday night football was under the Fir Park lights this week. Second place in the table up for grabs for the winner on the night between Motherwell and Hearts. There for us was Rob McLean.
Motherwell are unbeaten in 4 matches, and Mark McGee goes with the same team which drew at Firhill last weekend. Louis Moult has scored 7 goals from only 280 minutes of football. Hearts are without injured midfielder Don Cowie, but that allows Robbie Neilson to bring back Jamie Walker. Jack Hamilton and Callum Patterson are both in the Scotland squad. Friday night football at Fir Park, and Richard Tate in possession. Looks for Ryan Bowman. Fended away by Kitchen. Craig Clay, deflection on the shot. And that is some save by Hamilton. Great reflexes. Clay will look upon this as a real chance to make the breakthrough. It came off Suter, and that was pure instinct. Louis Moult looking to add to his 7-goal tally. In from McDonald, great touch and power on the shot, but disappointed that was straight at the Hearts goalkeeper. Look at the touch from McDonald, which set himself up. He's filling that notebook as Robbie Neilson. In from Nicholson, up by Arno June. Patterson does well to keep that in, and he's won a free kick. Bundled over by Moult. That was a challenge the striker didn't need to be making. Nicholson with the free kick. Out comes Samson, missed it completely. Lasley looking for Tate, has given it away. Sam Nicholson, deflection and in. And Hearts have the lead right on half-time with the help of a big slice of luck. It's a double deflection, firstly off Clay, then off McManus, and Samson was going in the opposite direction. He'd no chance. McDonald's layoff. Moult. In from Lee Lucas. It's a great ball in. McDonald off the bar. It's over the line from Moult, but the goal will not count. McDonald is furious, but he was also offside. It's a good decision by the officials, with Motherwell chasing an equaliser. Patterson. Watt. Now Nicholson. In from Sam Nicholson. Samson got a hand to it. What a chance popping up for Jamie Walker. Real opportunity for him. Hearts look to keep it alive with Connor Salmon. Callum Patterson, what a hit! What a goal! Hearts take a 2-goal lead at Fir Park, and they could be well on their way here to claiming second spot meantime in the Premiership. Off the bench, Lionel Ainsworth. Scott McDonald looking for a way back in here. Great strike! And that must have been so close. Looking for the top corner, and he can't have been too far away. Patterson's throw. Watt and June. Tony Watt! Couldn't have been much closer to getting Hearts' 3rd goal. Back off the post, and then collided with Samson. Could have gone into his own net. Somehow he was able to claw that away. Robbie Neilson wants the job done. Muirhead with the corner kick. In went Suter. And Arno June! A classy finish, which surely rounds things off for Hearts. Curling it in with the inside of his right foot, and no way back now for Motherwell. It's 3-0 Hearts. McManus McFadden, and that will be a free kick given against Penny Kitchen's challenge. And the manager knows exactly what the assistant manager is capable of. It's James McFadden, and it's McFadden magic. Fabulous from Faddy, and it's a shame he can't celebrate it because the game has gone for Motherwell. But what a special moment that was.
For 20 minutes in the second half, we bombarded them. They defended very, very well. We couldn't break them down. But I think we put enough into the game to deserve something out of it. I think the 3-1 scoreline doesn't really reflect the balance of the game.
First goal was a stroke of luck, really. With Jack Hamilton to thank for keeping us in the game at 0-0. A magnificent save. But once we got that first goal, I felt the pressure off the players a little bit. I felt they felt a wee bit more relaxed because the previous 2 games it's been difficult to find the back of the net.
A really good 3 points on the night for Hearts that took them to second in the table on Friday night. You were both there. Stephen, just how strong a performance was that from the away side?
Well, there wasn't a lot in the first half. Motherwell were decent in the first half. Jack Hamilton's save's incredible, and then they lose a really sloppy goal right on half-time. At the start of the second half, I'd say Motherwell were the better team, creating chances, but Hearts were clinical. And then Callum Patterson, that second goal that he scored was absolutely outstanding. It's an unbelievable finish from him, it really is. He was brilliant throughout the whole match, driving forward as we know he likes to do. He's such a powerful runner. He found himself in a kind of centre-forward position on 3 or 4 occasions in the match. Probably should do better here. Skies it over the top of the bar. But, his willingness to get forward and his athleticism are his key strengths for me. And here you see him again in the position, in the centre-forward position, looking in the box to get on the end of things.
Good thing is he's never stopped moving.
Well, no, and this is brilliant. He's just had the effort on goal as playing as a centre-forward. Look at his desire to get back into a back 4 here. Look, his head's down, he's sprinting as fast as he can, gets back and makes the back 4 up, and that's brilliant again defensively. And this is just a piece of individual technical brilliance. To hit this ball first time on your weaker foot, and he is 2-footed. And put it where he did, it's just unbelievable.
That's exact.
Unstoppable.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty quick, I think that says. That goal was crucial because it sort of converted that dominance that Hearts had started to get midway through the second half into the second goal. Yeah. And you heard Robbie there as well saying that once you get that second goal, it allowed the team to sort of relax a little bit. So
a couple of big international matches coming up. Is Callum Patterson Scotland's first choice right back now?
100%, yeah, he played in the Malta game, the 1-5-1, he was good in the Malta game, so for me he's the right back. Alan Hutton's not playing for Aston Villa, so he's the right man.
And the thing is as well, a lot of that VT, you look at Callum Patterson in the attacking third and the centre-forward position at times, and we know that earlier in his career he played centre-forward. Earlier in this season he was playing wide right. Right back is without a doubt his strongest position because, as Stephen spoke about in the VT, his athleticism to drive the team forward is his main attribute.
Yeah. Hearts' record against Motherwell at Fir Park hasn't been the best, but a great moment for Motherwell on an otherwise poor night for them. And you're starting a petition to get James McFadden back in the Scotland squad.
Well, just only because he's in 49 caps, it would be great for him to be 50. Maybe we can bring him on if there was a free kick in the Lithuania game, let him hit it and then go off again. But, I mean, it's a shame this goal meant nothing. It'll mean something to James McFadden, of course, but...
It's vintage Faddy, isn't it?
Well, it is. I mean, it's absolutely incredible, really. Seems to be a lot of really good free kicks at the moment in Scottish football.
Well, we may or may not see James McFadden in a Scotland shirt again, despite Stephen Thompson's
I'm sure there's somebody at Motherwell that can sort it out for them, no?
Good point. In terms of the international matches, Lithuania coming up, Gordon Strachan says it's not a must-win match. Michael, your view?
Well, I think, he's damned if he does and he's damned if he doesn't in this case. And I think that privately he knows it's a must-win. The players will know themselves that it's a must-win. If we're going to want to go and qualify for World Cups, winning against the likes of Lithuania at home is a must-win game.
Yeah, I mean, I asked Gordon Strachan that very question. Is the match against Lithuania a must-win match? Scotland have beaten Lithuania every time Lithuania have come to Scotland. And Stephen, surely, if Scotland have any hopes of reaching the World Cup, these are the sorts of games that we do have to win.
It absolutely is a must-win game. 100% a must-win game. And the reason that it is a must-win game is because the 2 games after it, Slovakia away, very difficult, and then down to Wembley. So you have to take something from this game, all 3 points.
The upheaval that we've seen with the England, Mike, obviously Sam Allardyce is now gone. How beneficial is that to Scotland?
Well, I don't think it's going to be detrimental. You know, there's a level of upheaval for England is going to be, if we can take anything out, you know, positive. I think that as Stephen says, the big thing that's got to be concentrated on is getting 4 points, 6 points from the next 2 games would be great. It leads us into that England game where hopefully if they slip up in any way over their next 2 games, it will give us a good chance to get something at Wembley. And I think if we go into that Wembley game having picked up 7 or 9 points out of the first 9, we've got to be extremely happy with that.
Yeah. I don't think it matters that Sam Allardyce is away that much. I really don't, because as a player, you're never on the pitch thinking about who your manager is. And Gareth Southgate will have them organised, and they're top professionals. I can't see it having a massive impact.
Well, I would agree to a certain extent, but what I would disagree on is the fact that, you know, you look at Sam Allardyce, he's got a particular style of playing. If somebody else is going to come in with a different, you know, perspective on the game and how they're going to play, they've not got a lot of time to change that around.
How confident are you, Stephen? I know you were away for us when Scotland beat Malta. Obviously, we're top of the group at the moment after 1 match played. Still, we'll take anything. Against Slovakia, how do you rate our chances?
It's going to be a very difficult game, but let's get Lithuania out the way first on Saturday. We need to win that and then hopefully get something from Slovakia. Okay. Anything.
For the moment, Stephen, Michael, thank you very much indeed. After all we've seen this evening, we should be hoping for something in the international break, that's for sure. Scotland against Lithuania will be a week on Saturday, well, this coming Saturday, live on BBC Radio Scotland. And then on Tuesday, join us for more Sportscene coverage as Scotland take on Slovakia. After all that, the Ladbrokes Premiership table looks like this. Celtic lead the way on 19 points. Aberdeen 4 behind on 15. Hearts and St Johnstone joint third on 14 points. Partick Thistle bottom of the table on 5.